Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world right now. I'm John Carroll. I hope we find you in great spirits this weekend. Thanks a million for joining us. We're delighted to host you live from Jameson Distillery Bow St here in the heart of Dublin's fair city, Ireland's very beautiful capital. Now, I'm a Dub, I'm biased. I am going to say that after all. Not your usual Saturday night by any means, for obvious reasons, of course, but we have a great reason to celebrate. Today marks World Whisky Day, where we raise a glass in honour of our Uisce Beatha, as we say here in Ireland, with your family, friends, loved ones, or whoever you're spending time safely with at the moment. We've got an action-packed 30 minutes or so lined up for you ahead. We got a couple of songs from one of Ireland's best singer-songwriters, Mr. Gavin James. I'm really excited to see Gavin perform. And a couple of stories along the way too. We're Irish after all. It's in our DNA. We like to tell a good story. And what Saturday night in would be complete without a couple of delicious cocktails, shaken and stirred with three incredibly talented bartenders who represent millions of their fantastic colleagues from all over the world and who ordinarily would be pouring on our behalf right now and every single day. And all of whom I'm pretty certain are chomping at the bit to get back in behind their bars. We're also going to pop down to our distillery in Middleton in the rebel county of Cork in the south of Ireland to meet with Kenyan O'Mahony, our first cooper to be appointed at the distillery in over 40 years. You're going to love him. He's a great guy. Now, just to mention, we are following very strict safety procedures in order to bring this broadcast to you this evening, making sure that everyone involved is safe at all times. It's really, really important. Now, we say everything you need to know about Jameson is either in the bottle or on the label. And it all started with that man, Mr. John Jameson. I hope we can get him in shot there. When he moved over with his good wife Margaret from Scotland in 1780 and set up shop here in Smithfield in the heart of Dublin. And with a bit of innovation and a lot of hard work, the distillery grew. And so too did their family. They had 16 children together. Wow. I have 3 and I can't cope at the moment. At its peak, the distillery here employed around 300 people and supported hundreds of families in this very neighbourhood. By the late 1880s, we were producing about 1 million gallons of whisky, and that's roughly 6.5 million bottles every single year, a huge number. Now back to the bottle, have a little look under there. You'll find the barrel man. These guys carrying barrels on their backs represent the hard workers past and present who built our whisky from the ground up. Now some of them are even immortalised in JJ's bar here, etched in the wood. JJ's bar, of course, the beating heart at Jameson Distillery Bow St. Sitting proudly in the middle of the label is the Jameson family crest with our motto Sine Metu, which translated from Latin means without fear. Now that phrase defined John Jameson's life, and it's defined our whisky ever since. We've always pushed the boundaries ever since the first day John decided to triple distill our whisky, putting taste at the heart of everything we do. It's also helped us get through some very difficult days. We've had world wars, prohibition, trade tariffs, even an armed rebellion here in Ireland. It's safe to say we're in the midst of another very tough chapter, but I'm pretty certain we're going to weather this one too. We can't wait to reopen our doors and welcome you all in again. It kind of feels weird being here alone this evening. Ordinarily at this time, JJ's bar would be packed with guests from all over the world, clinking glasses and having a great time after competing one of our experiences, taking it all in from a bar stool as they watch a moment or two of cocktail magic unfold. I've dreamed about those days again. Well, as the fella says, if you can't beat them, join them. Unfortunately, it's just me and this fella keeping each other company at a safe distance, of course. But he's the perfect companion, the man, the myth, the legend, and one of our resident craft ambassadors who usually works right here in Bow St hosting our very fun cocktail masterclass. Mr. Ciarán Keane, how the hell are you, buddy? I've missed your face.
Thank you, JC. I've missed yours too. What an intro. No pressure at all. Okay, I'm delighted to be back here behind the bar in JJ's, where I belong, raring to go. Why am I here with you this evening, folks? Really simple. I'm going to show you how to make a fantastic new, low alcohol content cocktail, the Spicy Ginger Grog. Really simple drink to make, really refreshing drink to make. Perfect for those long summer evenings.
So I mentioned at the top, we're going to share 3 great drink recipes with you this evening. We're not encouraging you to prepare all 3 now. Our aim is to inspire connection and to keep spirits up. And for some of you, this can include a drink.
Enjoyed responsibly, of course. Okay, the spicy ginger grog. Why did I call it that? That is a tribute to our daily grog here in Bow Street. The daily grog is a tradition that goes back to John Jameson's time, where every worker was entitled at the end of their shift to a measure of Jameson whiskey. Now we continue that tradition today, where all our guests are entitled and welcome to enjoy a Jameson ginger lime at the end of their experience. Now I hear a lot of talk about people wanting things to go back to normal at the end of this. Well, why do we want things the same? Why not take what we've learned over the last few weeks and elevate it when we come back? That's what I've done today. I've elevated our classic Jameson ginger lime. Ingredients are really simple. We are going to use our whiskey, Jameson Original. We're going to use some ginger syrup. We're going to use some ginger beer, some fresh lime juice, and a sprig of mint. Now the ginger syrup seems difficult. It is easy. 2 cups sugar, 1 cup water, ginger. That is it. Put these all 2 together. So 2 cups of sugar, 1 water together to the boils clear. Once it's boiled, lower down to a simmer. Chop up some ginger, throw it in. About 5-10 minutes on simmer. The longer you leave it, the more flavour you get. That is all it takes. Okay, let us build the drink. First, you want to start off with your ice in the glass. Just healthy measure. There we go. 25 mils of your whiskey. We're then going to add our ginger syrup, about 15 mil. 15 mil of lime juice is around the same of 3 wedges. So 3 nice wedges of lime. Squeeze it in. And drop it in as well. Final one. Here we go. We grab our ginger beer. I'm using Fever Tree. That's my favorite one. Use whatever you want to use. Fill it to the top. Grab a nice fresh sprig of mint. Get it in your hands. Give it a little clap first. That gets all those oils out. So when you're drinking it, you really get that strong mint aroma. Shoot the side of the glass. And you're done. Your spicy ginger grog.
Kieran, 240 years of history all around us. What's it like to hold court in JJ's bar? It must be amazing.
I can't lie, it is the best job going. Every day I come in, I'm looking at all the original works from the walls, the foundations, the beams. You can see where John Jameson himself used to walk in. It's totally inspiring every day. I work with a fantastic team. I meet people from all over the world. I hear their stories. They hear my stories. We have such a laugh every day. It is fantastic.
Spicy ginger grog looks absolutely delicious. Thanks again, Kieran. You're sticking around, and can we batch a couple of those for later as well, please? Okay, our show continues. I am delighted to introduce one of Ireland's most talented singer-songwriters, an all-round nice guy. He hails from Stony Batter, just a very short stroll here from our front doors. He's appeared on James Corden and Jimmy Kimmel shows. He's also played support to Sam Smith and Ed Sheeran. His second album literally went interstellar when it launched by being the first artist ever to physically launch an album into outer space. Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Gavin James. Hey Gavin, how are you doing?
How are you, John? What's the story? Hope you're doing well. How are you doing, everybody? My name is Gav. I'm going to do some songs for you. And hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. This song is a song called The Middle. And I hope you like it. Feel free to sing along. I won't be able to hear you, but it's fine. And hold me close, and don't ever let me go. In your heart I found a home, somewhere I've never been before. No one knows just where they wanna go. Living life and growing old. Simple songs and same old stories. But we could start a fire. We could start a fire. I feel you in my bones. Oh, oh, oh. From my head down to my toes. Oh, oh, oh. And I know it's so long way down while we're caught in between. Won't you stay in the middle with me? Oh, in the middle with follow where you go. I'll be there when you're lonely. And I know it's strange, living life in different ways. I swear I'd give you all my days if I could, 'cause I feel you in my bones, from my head down to my toes, and I know it's a long way down while we're caught in between. Won't you stay in the middle with me now? Or can we rush in? 'Cause I know there's no way the lights go out when you're so far under my skin. I'll breathe you in, because the thought of never losing you would surely turn my life to blue. 'Cause I feel you in my bones, from my head down to my toes, and I know it's a long way down while we're caught in between. Won't you stay in the middle with me? In the middle with me. Thank you very much, everybody. Anyway, I'm gonna do a couple more songs for you. This is for all the gingers and all the limes out there. That was terrible. It's terrible because I can't hear anybody laughing, so I don't know if that was even funny at all. This song is called, it's a song by Gavin James, that's my name. This song called Nervous. Hope you like it. This is sad. This is a sad song. Hope you like it. I can't believe I said it's for the ginger and the limes. That's terrible. I promise that I'll hold you when it's cold out, when we lose our winter coats in the spring. 'Cause lately I was thinking I never told you that every time I see you my heart sings. So we lived at the carnival in summer, scared ourselves to death on a ghost train. Just like every Ferris wheel stops turning, I guess we had an expiration date. So I won't say I love you, it's too late. Every time I saw you, I got nervous, shivering and shaking at the knees. Just like every song I haven't heard yet. No, I didn't know the words in front of me, in front of me. And but I don't wanna know. I let you go. now that you're on someone else's shoulders. The winter winds are colder on my own. Maybe we will meet when we get older. Maybe we won't. So I won't say I love you if you don't. No, you don't. So I won't say I love you if you don't. Thank you very much, everybody. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. So I got one more song for you. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much, Jameson, for having me. And if you're all at home, sláinte, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Sláinte. Cheers. And this next song is called Always, and hope you like it. Thank you very much, Jameson, for having me. And this song goes out to my Uncle Paddy, who recently passed away. So this song is about, yeah, this is for my Uncle Paddy. So here we go. This is called Always. And what am I supposed to do without you? Is it too late to pick the pieces up? Too soon to let them go? Do you feel damaged just like I do? Your face, it makes my body ache. It won't leave me alone in this. Feels like drowning, trouble, sleeping, restless, dreaming. You're in my head, always, always. I just got scared, always, always. I'd rather choke on my bad decisions than just carry them to my grave. You're in my head, always, always, always. When the cracks won't fix and the scars won't fade away, guess I should get used to this. The left side of my bed's an empty space, and I remember we were strangers. So tell me, what's the difference between then and now? And why does this feel like drowning, trouble, sleeping, restless, dreaming? You're in my head, always, always. I just got scared, always, always. I'd rather choke on my bad decisions than just carry them to my grave. You're in my head, always, 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 always. Oh, you're in my head, always, always. I just got scared, always, always. Well, I know there's nothing left to cling to, but I'm still calling out your name. You're in my head, always, always, always. Oh, always. always. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks for having me, Jameson, and I will see you soon, hopefully. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Gavin. It was great to see you again, and hopefully we'll see you back out on tour again very, very soon. Now, it's time to showcase another tasty cocktail. Every year we welcome thousands of visitors from Ireland and all over the world. And as always, we love to see our friends from the United States and Canada. Whilst you can't travel to us at the moment, we now have the opportunity to beam across the Atlantic Ocean to New York City, Brooklyn to be precise, to meet with Jane. How are you, Jane? Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you're keeping well.
How are you, JC? It's my pleasure to join you and everyone tuned in around the world for World Whiskey Day. Today I'm going to be making one of my favorite Jameson Black Barrel variations, a Jameson Sour meets a Martini, two of my favorite cocktails. We're going to start out here with our shaking tin. We're going to do 3/4 ounce or parts of lemon juice. This is a honey syrup. We're going to do 3/4 parts. It's made by doing equal honey to water and mixing it till it's combined. And then here's the martini portion. We're going to be using 3/4 parts dry vermouth. This is a really fun addition. You see red wine floats in drinks like the New York Sour. It's classic. It makes a lot of sense, and it really highlights all the awesome bourbon notes you get in this Jameson Black Barrel. So we're going to do 1.5 ounces of the good stuff. Right in there. I'm going to pour in. I already have some ice in the tin. There we go. Give it a good shake. And we've got our coupe here. Go. You can see the nice frothy head that the honey gives it, so it's like you don't need aquafaba or egg white or anything like that to give it some texture. The fun garnish, a really good quality green olive, preferably with the pit still in, and a dash of the brine. It smells like floral and oaky and rich, and there's that great salinity note from the olive and the brine. Well, back to you at Bow Street, JC. I hope you like my drink. I hear Kieran's got a little sample for you. Sláinte.
Jane, thank you so much. Kieran did indeed make me a wee little sample. It was absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10. Beautiful. Now, welcome back, everyone. A little change of scenery, and a very special change of scenery. We're inside our maturation warehouse here in Bow Street. We produced our whiskies here until the early 1970s before moving production to Middleton in County Cork, which is about 200 kilometres south of where we are right now. And whilst we no longer distill any of our whiskies here today, we did want to bring part of our production process back to Bow Street. And this is the first active working whisky maturation warehouse in Dublin in over 40 years. And our Bow Street 18 years spends its final resting period in these very casks. And when you visit, you get the opportunity to draw and taste whiskey straight from a barrel. Yeah, it's magic. And the most magical thing about this room is its smell, which we refer to as the angel share. And our next guest is going to tell us all about this very magical process. So now let's pop down to the Middleton Distillery to meet with Kenyan O'Mahony, Jameson Cooper, a craftsman in the truest sense of the word and an absolute gentleman to boot. Kenyan, what's the crack in Middleton this evening, buddy?
There's always a bit of crack down in Middleton, JC, and thank you for that very kind introduction. A very warm welcome to everybody that's tuning in. My name is Kenyan O'Mahony and I'm a cooper here in Middleton Distillery. I want to share with you today a little bit about what coopering is and the relationship between the barrel and Jameson whiskey. Coopering is the craft of making and repairing wooden casks. It is an ancient trade with roots in many cultures spanning across human history. Coopering was created out of necessity. The need to move materials like food and liquid was essential to expanding our world. So suddenly with the creation of the cask, you could now roll mass quantities of goods around with the ease of a push. That explains the shape of the barrel that we're used to seeing. Now, every barrel is a cask, but not every cask is a barrel. Let me show you some examples. This little cask here is a firkin. It holds 40 litres and was traditionally used in the butter trade. Now this one here is a barrel. A barrel is a unit of measurement, meaning 200 litres. This barrel here is made out of American oak, and it's one of the cask types that we use to age Jameson whiskey. We'll come back to the barrel in a minute. I want to show you these casks. These are hogsheads. They each hold 245 litres. This one is made out of Irish oak, and this one is made out of chestnut. As you can see, we like to experiment with the wood types down here in Middleton. Now, the next cask in the lineup is used alongside the American oak barrel to add even more character to Jameson. This is a butt, seasoned with Oloroso sherry and made from European oak. I learned how to make these in Spain during my 4-year apprenticeship. I also learned the importance of the different wood types and how they impart their own characteristics into the whiskey that we love to drink. In case you didn't know, a buttload is actually 500 litres. Now the next cask is a port pipe, seasoned with port and sometimes even made in the shape of an oval by some very highly skilled coopers back in the day. The reason that this was done is so when it was put onto a ship for transport, it could then rock back and forth without rolling overboard. We actually have 2 lovely examples of this inside in the reception of Middleton Distillery, so keep an eye out for them when you come and visit us again. Now, I know that was a lot of information, but you now know that each cask has an origin story. But one of the things that they all share is that they are used to transport goods all around the world. This created a connection to every country and every continent around the globe through the art of coopering. This is also one of the reasons that I love this trade so much. It's not just the family history of my great-great-grandfather making the same noise on the anvil that I do across the yard over 100 years ago. It's not just the rich heritage that we have here in Middleton or even the history of coopering in Ireland. It is that connection that we have always shared and we still share now on World Whisky Day. So let's open up a barrel together. Let me just move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Perfect. I think that looks good. Okay, some of you might have noticed that on my side I've got my hammer and my driver. I use these for nearly everything that I do, so they're always with me. But the main use that I have for them is opening up and closing barrels when I'm repairing them. Now, let's have a look inside. That aroma is intense. But the characteristics and the experience that I'm having is coming directly from the wood itself. They're the same characteristics and taste that you can get and nose from the whiskey that's in your hand. Let me explain how this happens. So in the barrel making process, to bend the barrel into shape, we use fire and water. And during this process, we char the barrel, which is the black char you can see inside. Let me give you a closer look. This stave, which is part of the barrel, you can see the charring here. One of the things that it also does is opens up the wood so the spirit can enter in. Now, as you well know, one of the most important ingredients that we need to make whiskey is time. That's why we've got over 1.6 million barrels sitting in our warehouses. And as that whiskey is maturing, it is expanding and contracting through the changing seasons as if the barrel is breathing. And as it does, it is entering into the wood and extracting compounds that we have broken down in that charring process. Things like lignin, vanillin, and tannins, which add colour, flavour, and character to the whiskey that goes into every bottle. Now, part of that aging process is an evaporation loss of about 2 to 3% out of each barrel every year. That's, as JC said, what we call the angel share. Now I know a lot of you who are doing some quick calculations and trying to figure out how much that is, and that is a lot. But I think that is well worth it for the quality of the whiskey with the influence from the barrel that is synonymous with Jameson. Unfortunately, we've just run out of time. And as you can see, we've got a lot more to talk about, but rest assured that the proud employees across our sites that have generations of their families that have weathered storms before us are keeping the shoulder to the wheel and keeping this show on the road. We here in Middleton are very much looking forward to welcoming you back through our gates of our distillery when we can. But until then, please stay safe, and here is to your health, or in Irish, sláinte. Back to you, JC.
And sláinte to you too, buddy. That was absolutely fantastic. We could spend all evening listening to you, and maybe we'll dedicate a separate show to you at some stage in the near future. And very good to see us both sporting very similar chops. It's a huge look for spring summer 2020. Thanks again, Killian. And just to say, crack here in Ireland means fun or gossip, spelled crack, C-R-A-I-C. So we'd say, what's the crack? Some crack, serious crack. You see, we've moved again. We're in John Jameson's secret office, or JC's secret office, for one night only, I'm sure. Only those in the know will find their way back here, or you could pay 30 quid to do a tasting. John, the main guy, was renowned for his hospitality, with many a great party hosted here in his private office. And some of Dublin's most colourful and celebrated characters would visit for a glass or two. Now, speaking of which, we've one final stop for you this evening for a very special cocktail recipe. I'm very excited about this. We're heading to Kenya to meet Malesi, one of our favourite bartenders in Nairobi. Hi Malesi, hope you're keeping safe and well. What have you been up to, buddy?
Thank you so much, John. Everything is good here in Nairobi. We've been chilling out. Everything has been super mellow. It's been like 3 months ever since we've been in quarantine and this lockdown and everything. But myself, I've picked up a few books. I'm reading. I'm also working out, like to make sure I have those guns when everything comes back, and also I have my 6-pack so anything comes back. But finally, it's here. A good reason for us to celebrate. It's World Whiskey Day, and whiskey is so significant here in Kenya, and it's been here for over 60 years, and it's such all about the people. Whiskey to Kenya is all about the people, the community, our culture, just celebrating good times through convivial times and everything. And today I have something special, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Everyone at home, I'm gonna show you how to make a special cocktail that I prepared for us, for all of us today. It's kind of like a highball, super easy. The name of the drink is called Jameson Tea. Understand, like a tea key, yeah. So it's a major key with tea, and I'm super excited for this one because the first time I made this was for my uncle. My uncle is a well-known tea farmer here in Kenya, and tea is such a big deal here in Kenya. It's one of our cash crops, and if you know my uncle very well, you know that this guy likes his whiskey and his tea. So it was only one of these days just I made him this cocktail, and apparently he really liked it. I was like, yeah, let me go and try it at the bar. The moment I tried it at the bar, people really liked it. People really liked it, and I was like, yeah, this is the drink. Because my inspiration for this cocktail really comes from a great burning passion for hospitality and for creating good moments for people. Like, I like making people around me. I'm always high-fiving guys. I'm always like cheersing guys. It's always a good time around Malesi with me. No. Always good vibes around Malesi. It's good vibes. So enough of the talking, John. I'm gonna take you around the ingredients I have for you today, and I'm gonna show you how I made them and talk about a little bit about my ingredients. The first thing when you need to make a Jameson tea key. When you first want to make a Jameson tea key, you need a highball glass. You need some pineapple juice. Just brought these ones in order for me to explain something for everyone who is watching at home. So the roasted pineapple juice, what I do, I sugarcoat them with sugar, and then just fry them a bit on a pan, hot, and finally I just squeeze them. I use a normal squeezer. You can use anything, any juicer that you have at home. So I use this one in particular, and the final result was this juice. It's brown in color because the pineapples are a bit caramelized, they're a bit smoky. And for the tea, I used Kenyan tea, Kenyan black tea. If you don't have Kenyan black tea, you can always go for Lapsang tea or any other range of black tea that's there. So with this one, I boiled the water first, and I did equal parts of water and equal parts of the tea, and I steeped it for like 20 to 25 minutes, just in order for you to get out the floral flavor of the tea, and really goes well. It really complements the vanilla you get, the vanilla signature you get from Jameson. And to finally top it up, you need a ginger beer. So I hope you're all well with the ingredients and how to make them. So how about we start making the drink, guys? Anyway, so you're gonna put in some ice, fill it to the brim. Highball preferred. If you buy a boil at home, it's preferred. You wanna do 60 ml of the good water. Let's go. Happy World Whiskey Day wherever you are. You're gonna do 60 ml of that. Woo. There you go. You're doing 60 ml of Jameson. You wanna do 30 ml of the roasted pineapple juice. Boom. You wanna do 30 ml of the Kenyan tea. Remember, you can use any other tea that you have if you don't have black tea at home. Give it a quick stir. Then you want to top it up with some ginger beer. Yep. If you know Jameson really goes well with ginger, because the ginger picks up good with the sherry you get from Jameson. Like, this drink is the one. It's one of them. You wanna make it look so pretty, so I'm gonna garnish it with some pineapple leaves here, and I wanna create like a pineapple flag with this one. Let's go. Easy, super duper. Nice. There we go. Cheers, Joy. So when you take this drink, like, the flavors that you get are some of the fruitiness you get from the pineapple juice. You get some dryness and some floral you get from the tea, and it's one of those drinks. And cheers, Jameson. Cheers over to you, John.
Cheers, Melissa. You're looking very fit and well indeed. Your drink is absolutely delicious. Kieran prepared me a little sample. It may need to go on the menu here at Bow Street. It's that good. Roasted pineapple juice. Absolutely delicious. Look after yourself, and hopefully we can welcome you to Bow Street one day soon. Folks, we're nearly wrapped, but before we sign off, we've got one final thing to do. It wouldn't be World Whiskey Day without a cheers, or as we say here in Ireland, sláinte, which means to good health. So it couldn't be more fitting at this moment in time. And we've got a very special sláinte for you this evening. Cheers.
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 Salud.
Sláinte.
Cheers. Salud. Cheers.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Cheers. Cheers.
Kanpai. Salud. Sláinte. Sláinte. Cheers.
Sláinte.
Cheers. Na zdrowie. Cheers.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Cheers.
Sláinte.
Sláinte to the world. Here's to you guys. Thanks so much for celebrating with us this evening for World Whiskey Day. We can't wait to welcome you back to Bow Street and Middleton once our doors are open again. Please keep yourselves well. Love the ones you're with. We'll see you soon. Sláinte.